Welcome to Snow Sweet Snow, the second cup of this year. We're kicking it off with me, Grevling, and I'm going to be casting one win versus Trident for you today. It's going to be a little bit of a, well, I say fairly even matchup, and we're going to have a hopefully a very, very good performance from everyone around here. Although with that being said, there's a little bit of a worry with the fact that one win are currently a little bit in a better position. They have been winning a few more matches than Trident, and they also have been better ranked, and they have been together a bit longer because Trident, they have been a newer roster. And as you can see here, the regional uh, of all of these teams, Hunter PG and EC Kiev, they'll be going on towards the A streams. If you want to see those teams, they'll be joining in there as well. And that's a little bit unfortunate. I'm not watching Big today, but maybe one day. So one win. See here, this is the pretty standard, or at least the usual lineup. Keep an eye out for Deco though, because he has been absolutely insane these last 3 months, averaging with a 1.30 rating on what all of his tournaments recently. That being said, Polt, Travis, and Poplar, they've all been averaging at least above 1.7, and it's going to be a very, very close competition between these two. And well, see here, Norway. He is the actually no, I think they've just completely reshuffled their entire rosters out of Trident. So not quite sure how it was previously, but it is a new roster nonetheless. So at least some new additions to the roster. We're gonna have to wait and see how they can perform. And of course, always excited to see C's on the server. Who knows what Norway and Class can do, because those are the two players with the highest rating there and then. So going back to the veto, which is coming up not too long from now. Pretty standard. Both these teams will get maps they are not exactly too scared of playing, because they're already going further. Will both be gone instantly. Overpass. No team has ever banned it, or at least none of these teams have. Trade is also a map that they're all fairly confident on, and the decider will be Nuke. So all fairly CT-sided maps, depending on how you take map control. And well, we're going to be very, very curious to see how all this is going to form into, how all it's going to fall into place, and how all these teams are going to be performing as soon as possible. And of course, well, I'm just looking forward to see how these teams will tackle the individual challenges they're going to be throwing at each other, because that's always something new. That's the wonderful thing about Counter-Strike. You constantly have to be adapting and see. Forgot my words there, but that's all right. We don't need to worry about that just yet. So we're hopping into the game as soon as possible. The moment that the game goes live, I'll just get thrown in there, and hopefully things will get nice and spicy. They haven't been playing these maps too much just yet. We don't have that much info to go on, because of course we only had one cup before this, and well, most of their matchup has been in things like practice scrims or ECA or anything like that. So if I'm just going to throw my prediction out there based on the statistics that we do have currently, I'm going to be kind of favored towards one win here. I'm not going to be biased at all in the in any recollection of all this, and hopefully get to see some wonderful Counter-Strike coming out from all these players, regardless what the outcome may be. Of course, when they have been getting a lot of 2-0 victories, and they have been getting sub 2-1, but if they don't get that first map, they tend to slow down quite a bit, and that's also the same for Trident, although they seem a little bit more adept coming towards the overtime, and also to drag things out a little bit longer. They are more prepared for a marathon instead of a sprint, and well, to wait and see how they can really go up against the side of one win. It's just the first map here, and if they lose, they won't exactly be thrown out just yet. They will have a couple more chances. And of course, the loser from this match will go up against the loser from the A match as well. And that will be on this stream as well. Of course, the winner's bracket will be on the A stream. And yeah, that's all really I have to say. So the moment that this night, or the first rounds will start going, let's jump straight on through to it. There it is. Good to be back on the server. We are looking all geared and ready to go with the first match of Cup 2 in the Russian, or at least the CIS region of Counter-Strike. And well, let's see what they're able to do. A lot of connector control already being taken from Trident. And I like this setup because they're just taking passive control. They don't want to be going aggressively for anything. One win have stacked towards on B, but the moment they don't find anything, they might have to scramble the strategy a little bit more. Still, Trident, they're playing this very slowly, not really going for any immediate aggression. Norby's now looking for a little bit of action. It seems to be an A split. That's on the especially the plans of Trident for the moment, which means that Deco, he might be the one to get pressured on in, or at least he'll get the information with the jump peak, perhaps, if he gets the timing correctly. The fact they haven't seen anything just yet, and they're still sticking towards this 4 players on B setup, and now they've started to know, now the rotations start to come on through, now they know what is coming in. Well, at least they think, because it's just a fake still, or at least it's still want to be very, very confusing for everything else. Travis, Davkos, the other ones here towards that A-bomb site, and they're still going to have to do quite a lot. Pulse joining in on everything as well. Travis gets another kill before it falls, and properly. They can't really deal with Glowing, it seems, because he's able to get a couple kills of his own. Now, Deco try to take down towards on Klax, a 1 versus 1 to everything, but Klax will be the one to take it out in the end. Pistol round goes their way. Glowing getting 3 kills, a long range with the Glock. And that is the pistol going in favor of Trident. This is their map pick. You can start to build off that T-side economy as early as possible. Could really be in good hands. They are getting 2 AKs out. A little bit of risk with that, but the 3 Mark 10s, if they're able to do their job properly, there's a lot of money, and there's a lot of, well, damage incoming side of one win, who have forced up 2 Deagles, 2 MP9s, and a CZ. Favorite to go for that utility. They've already taken monster control, and basically already short control as well, but Glowing, he's pushed up towards the outside area. Bolt, he sees a little bit of the head towards the outside, needs to deal with so many extra players as seized. He'll give himself an extra frag with the Mach 10. So far, they're doing everything necessary on the side of Trident. Davkos getting flashed off position, and I don't think there's any way he can really come back in towards the round at this point. Because Glowing and Seized, they're still the ones getting all the frags. Remember, the SMGs, they get extra kill bonuses. So you want them to be the aggressive part. But assume you want Norway now to really go for these duels. You see also the way the Trident are playing, they're just already rotating so far away. Davkos might to be he might just sneak himself a frag or 2, but instead he'll just fall back. So Trident, they get to keep all their guns up and towards the 3rd round. Well, these are 2 very, very strong openings from Sub Trident. The first one got towards a 1-on-1 with a pistol, but now it's 5 players staying alive. 3 of them having Mach 10s, or at least some version of SMGs. And they're probably going to be up against unarmored opponents. So the possibility of them getting even more money at this point is quite high. Let's see what C's can do, because he's up against the only player with armor, and also Travis, the only player with an upgraded, well, with an SMG of any kind. He's still a little bit in a tricky position, but he is able to still stay alive. Wants to play with that corner as much as possible. Norway, he just swings all the way through, he might be able to get a kill properly. He's just trying to stay alive. Want to make sure that they're heard on that B-side defense. Trident, they seem unusually willingly. They seem to be very willing to commit to this right now. And one where they have got a couple people rotated on over. There's 3 of them here on this defense. Ooh. Quick attempted boost on over. Will only give Norway the information. Now the entry starts to come on through. The AKs up against the Deagles. I would definitely favor the AKs almost every single time in all this. Good shot from Clax. It's just aim prac at this point. Because there's now 2 players left inside of 1 win with, well, okay. With a chance, apparently. Pult, he gets his first Deagle shot, but Glowing, they're taking him out of the equation. And Glowing will continue on with his streak of terror. Keeping 2 AKs alive in the MP9 as well. SMGs really didn't amount to that much the previous round, but they got to keep the firepower saved previously. The economy will still be building up quite nicely. Tricky going with the AWP, surprisingly enough. I like the following tap here. It was so crisp. Bam. Instantly. So we like to see. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what we got. Tricky. He's going to be the 4th man up on this tower, but I don't think there's going to be anyone really there to let's try and flush out. And they can try to apply pressure towards on short. That might be able to give one, or might be able to get 1 man to boost on over. But if Tricky's going to get too lucky with the positioning of all this, how far are they willing to commit? And well, that's the answer there. No information gathered. And also no entry frag. I was already wondering why they took the AWP on that T side, because usually it is avoided. But now, we know exactly what the T side has. Deco on the CTs. He's got himself an AWP as well towards on long, so he's been able to shut that down quite effectively. 1 win. They don't have too much information regarding all the positioning. I like the movement right now in from 1 win. Getting a little bit of information. Travis already getting a frag, but he's completely blinded for a second. Well, they have starved themselves of time. They have to go on towards the A bomb site, or the B bomb site at this point. Trick is able to get 1 kill, but Davkos is still right around the pillar and don't know that he's there just yet. He's going to be able to swing on through. Potentially takes down Tricky, out of ammo at this point. And well, alongside with Pult and Deco, they'll be able to clean up the last few frags as well. A very good round from side of 1 win. Could have liked to get a couple more guns alive, of course, but this is definitely not a bad situation to be in. Of course, Travis, the fact that he got 2 frags, one of them being fully blinded, definitely slowed down side of Trident. Still going to be a force spike coming in from Trident. Tricky getting dropped and off from, I believe, Seized. Not going to be going for that quad boost yet again. It's a little bit too risky. You don't want to be giving away too much information, and, well, it didn't work previously. At the position that 1 winner is currently taking, I don't think it'll be working until something drastically changes. You need someone in heaven or someone boosted up on short. Voltage is behind the smoke right now. If you can take down C's, that will be the bomb dropped in the open, and that will be very difficult for trying to get on back. At least they have to go like individual trades back and forth properly. Getting a little bit of pressure on towards the A-bomb side, just dumping out his utility as quickly as possible. But he's not pressured that heavily just yet. They haven't even checked for Pult. Clax will be the first one to get on through. Well, it's only information gathered so far. Pult actually gets that first frag. Now, probably he's the only one on this A-bomb site and needs to swing on through, but he will be successful in at least scaring them away so far. And now, he's able to get another frag as well. Deco coming into this, and this is an absolute shutdown. And they're just dismantling them one by one. Tricky, if he wants to have anything to say, one needs to really save the AWP. He does take down Pulse in the fadeaway, but this is a lost round, I would imagine. He's going to go for long distance peaks, but there's nothing else he can gain other than just frags. He's got $1,000 in the bank, so at least he'll have enough for utility. That is a very, very strong round from 1win.
Counter-terrorists win.
Well, it is a possibility for 1win to tie things up at this point. Let's see if they're able to do it. Not going to be a, or maybe a quad boost coming on through from Trident, but not going to be the case. It seems the Op is the one leading the charge, and he wants to be directly through all this. Trick is already out towards on short. It does get a frag, actually. Look for the second one, but Travis will shut the door on them. A very good follow-up nade. Nora was very low in HP. Clark's been able to find the AWP at least, though. Opening frag for, well, technically Trident, but Travis with 2 quick answers. Glowing's able to get that AK at least. That gives himself a fighting chance in the following engagements. I think they're just waiting on C's to make as much noise as possible towards that B or the A-bomb site. But he is taking some long distance engagements up against an AUG, especially the AUG from Polt. The off angle currently being held by Propley. Not something really you would expect when starting to run on through. Clax could potentially find the opening up against Travis, and he will be able to find it. Good first shot. Might drag a couple of rotations across, which is exactly what happened. Seized. He has been able to get the A-bomb side basically for free at this point. But do they want to rotate on over? Now it's a fight up against the AUG. It's an awkward fight, but actually wins that with the Glock. And he's now secured himself the A-bomb side. Other people are still going over towards the B monster, but with 20 seconds left, bombs out in the open, they have to commit to this. Deco, he has to be aware of the possibility of a flank coming on through. The USPS will be enough to do it. Now Clax, with the time crunch on him, that will be too much to handle. And that's an equalizing 3-3 from iWin, or 1win. Which is some, well, some 3, I'd say, I'm not going to say super convincing rounds just yet. They are losing some of these players in the battles, but they're definitely able to close them out eventually, which is all good for their scoreboard. But if this continues on, they keep on losing 3 or 4 players, they might just end up falling short in their economy. Longest push all the way through. Travis and Davkos caught a little bit off guard, but still able to get 2 frags of their own. Davkos swings on through. Seized will trade it. And now it's all up towards the remaining 3 players of Trident, because they are, well, utility-less. Seized is still going for even more. That's a 3rd for him right now. And Deco, up close personal with the AWP, will get 1, but Seized once again here with a trade. And he'll almost get the ace, but Tricky will beat him to it. Quick trade coming in from Trident, keeping 1 player alive and the off towards the next round. That's good enough, but that's still a very impressive round from Seized. He's been fairly quiet so far, but just woke up. Next person to wake up will have to be Norway, because he's still on the 0 frag so far. He's going to stick to the Mach 10 himself. Might be able to get something out of it. Build an economy, or just go for the ultra in-your-face plays. Molotov will land actually quite nicely onto Pulse, but still, it's not the end of the world just yet. I think the flash ring will be coming in from side of Trident as soon as possible. Deco with the first frag, and Pult with the off angle as well. There's 3 players here from the side of 1win. And Pult able to get another one. As this force by coming in from Trident has just been falling flat so far. Norway with a frag, his first one. With the back 10's all he's going to get. Quick, clean, solid round from 1win. And they're right back towards a 4-4. keeping 4 guns alive as well. So they're gonna have no problems in getting everything in order in terms of their economy just yet. But on the side of the terrorists, it's going to be a quick eco round. No utility, only upgraded pistols, a P250 and a Tech 9 on glowing. And Norway. If they're able to get anything, that'll be quite interesting. They're already pushing up towards on long on the side of the CTs, and well, Holt looking for the aggressiveness, and he will drop the bomb, so they're found enough information to go off of already. Now, yes, to stay alive so far, but Norway with Tech 9 will actually get that one frag properly. Right on behind them, but this is a little bit of an awkward situation right now. Of course, Davkos with that MP9, he gets dinked, and the AK is picked up by Glowing to get another frag. It's surprisingly expensive currently for the side of 1win. They need to play it safe. Davkos on just 3 points of health. Bobsel dropped out in the open, so maybe to do something with it. Glowing had the right idea, but the aim punch was a little bit too much. Clark's just trying to make sure the AWP is as far as out of their hands as possible. It's going to be very difficult to do so. Travis, he'll find it and he'll get that kill and he'll get it up. A little bit unfortunate with the clipping boxes there. As the op will continue on. 2 kills for side of Trident, not too bad, considering everything was an eco. Now we're going in towards the full buy yet again. Op out on Tricky. No quad boost happening. They're just going straight up for the standard setup, it seems. And, well, it seems that standard setup is going aggressively towards on short. Norway has already got himself quite a lot of information. Looking for Pult right now, and, well, he'll get that opening frag at least. So, that's already a strong start for the side of Trident. Good Molotov to force Norad out of position. He's always taken so much damage already. Still just sitting ready and waiting. That nade went pretty good on towards Seized. Another one on towards on Norway, so 10 points of health and 25. That's all they have to take short with. I like this from Trident. They're still applying pressure everywhere on the map. They want to know where 1win are currently gambling most of their defense, and it seems to be most of their defense is on B currently. That's why Clax is here to try and take down any potential flank and maybe try to lurk on through. He's going for a pretty standard smoke. Actually, that's quite a nice smoke over towards the sidewalk there. He's able to rotate quickly on the back of it. Now, Trident going in towards that A-bomb site this time around properly. Will take down Clax, so it was an equal scoreline for about 2 seconds before C's got a little bit of a say in it. Oh, Glowing. He's going aggressively. We'll get that frag into properly. Remaining time now on the hands of 1win. They can't really justify going for this in a 2-1-4. Fair enough, the health on Trident isn't exactly fantastic. Seized is low. Norway is inches away from death. But those guns are still very much functional, so they could very easily snap them out of existence. I like the fact that Trident are still going for these hunts. They want to remove all the guns out of the arsenal. Well, 1win is still going to have enough to force on back, but it is costing them a lot. You can see on Davkos, he doesn't have flashbang, he doesn't have a kit. Surprisingly, he has a Tech 9, though, from 2 rounds ago, but, you know, whatever may help. Deco doesn't have head armor but going into this, but you're up against AK is not the worst thing to be missing currently. It looks like he just wants to apply pressure very quickly on towards on short, where Deco is holding it with the AWP. One flashbang and he might be, well, taken out of the round completely. A defenders, they have to fall back a little bit more. Getting pressured in that aggressively, you don't want to be wrapped around. So when they have gone for the early information, and now just starting to fall back the moment they're not getting any of the frags. Because you're starting to have an inkling of where the players of Trident might be. Is that a gamble you're willing to take? Holt going in for the information on long. A lot of the attention from Trident is actually looking towards it because Tricky, he might just swing on through with the AWP in hand. When he does that, it could be quite dangerous. And well, it gets a dink off at least. Tricky. 2 points of health remaining. Davcons takes a lot of damage towards on short as well, so now he's on just 27. Still, advantages definitely for Trident, especially with that kill. Glowing takes down properly, leaving only one man on the A-bomb side, and it's Deco with the AWP. If he gets smoked off, which I think the smoke's already landing on top of him, could get quite dangerous. Actually, the smoke isn't as perfect as you would imagine, but he still misses that first shot onto 4 points of health. He's already running. He doesn't want to lose the AWP. And now Trident, in this tug of war so far, it looks like they're going to be coming out on top. Are they going to go for the hunt? Because their economy isn't great either. If they can strap these AUGs and AWPs out of the hands of OneWin, could definitely send them, or propel them in towards the safety of round number 7. Trident. They'll get himself another explosion fight, keeping 5 guns alive, so they're looking to build their own economy, it seems. But now, awkward position for OneWin. 2 players that died have almost no money to go on. Travis has a little bit to, well, he has enough to potentially drop a player, but don't think he really fancies that. Because then he'll just be stuck with potentially just a flashbang extra. Timeout is coming to an end, so they want to talk things through. We will drop over an M4. Well, only because he has the AK from the previous round. Polt will be stuck with just a Deagle. And the remaining players will continue on to invest in what they already have. It's going to be a double or nothing now from OneWin. If they lose this one, it means they're going to be completely broke towards the next. Of course, depending on how many guns they want to keep alive as well. Because it is basically a full buy at this point. Utility is lacking, everyone has flashbangs and a couple of smokes, but no frags, no Molotovs to try and deny. But look at the aggressive position already in from the side of OneWin. They're able to make the most out of it. Travis, he gets a frag very quickly. Davcos might get pressured on towards the A-bomb site, but he won't be able to well, do a little bit of damage, it seems, properly. And Travis doing the most that they can, but now it's a 3-on-3. Bomb down. A little bit utility left side of Trident. Enough to potentially delay. Those Molotovs find their mark. It's going to be very difficult to push all the way through. They have to use a smoke just to get their op out in position. Well, they don't have any kits either. Do they want to go for this? Polt sure wants to because he only has a Deagle to lose. He can reinvest if he needs to. He will get caught off guard by glowing. Equal trade back and forth, but no time left anymore on the op. So he'll just have to force, or have to save on back because no kit. You can't stick that 10-second defuse. You can't kill those last 2 players. Nora will get out alive with just 7 points of health remaining. I think he'll actually die. Actually, no, that was seized. Nora will stay alive with the op in hand. That's going to be the lifeline for OneWin, it seems, in the following rounds. What they're able to do with that. With that long sniper rifle. Another solid round from Trident. They're racking them up so far. Their map pick. Their confident T side. Trident are going, well, gambling a little bit actually on the B defense as soon as possible. Probably has a flashbang. It could be very good timing, and that's such a good attempt. But Klaxon just held down the angle. The moment he got flashed, just pulled the trigger, and they got a headshot from it properly. Looking to stay alive, looking to just cause damage as much as possible at this point. Able to get one towards on Klax. Turns things to a 4-on-4, but timing won't favor him. Up on Deco is still around, but it's coming in through short. Not really the angle you want to take long-range duels on. So yeah, the op will save him towards the next. If they keep that alive with his Kevlar and everything, it should be not a horrible loss, but pretty sure they would have wanted more than just one frag to close this round out. But they are denying Trident and getting some extra frags as well, and also just protecting their AWP at all costs. 5-8. 2 rounds left on this side. This new core of Trident is looking pretty good. Pretty good indeed. 3 players on B yet again from 1 win. Davcost on the op now as well. They have 1 op towards Connector and 1 op towards on short. Deco's charged with holding him down a lot of the angles by himself though. Usually you only see this op angle if they have a little bit extra support to go on, and he's already getting pressured from the bathrooms. If Clack swings on through, we'll be able to get a frag, but how much more will he need to get? It's a good flashbang and a good shot towards on glowing. Opening frag found, and that will force him to go down towards on long. Or at least he might think so. Taking initiative towards on long at least. No one is holding the angle from 1 win there, but I like that boost actually. Just swings on out from a little bit of an off angle. So I like this banana gamble that 1 win are currently going for. Good smoke grenade, good timing and all that. Properly. He might be the one to get the first fight in, but he switched with the flashbang at the worst possible timing. Still gets out alive though. Still being able to be quite the nuisance with the amount of time left now for Trident. They have to commit to this. Norway trying to swing on through. We'll be able to get that 1 frag and might find a safe place to plant it. I want to deal with the op in the backline first of all, but it's going to be a little bit too much to ask for. 2 ops in this retake, and already 1 of them has been taken out. Tricky, able to get 1 of his own. Davcost swings a little bit too wide, and Norway's able to punish him for it. On to Travis in a 1-on-2, no kit on him. A smoke to try and take this with. Now they know exactly where he is. It's going to be an op holding down his position. At least the moment he swings, might get caught off. Right, Norway just playing around the boxes, and he will be able to get that frag as well. A 2-on-4 from Trident to get them their 9th. Money once again broken for 1 win for the last round. Deco will be getting himself an op at least, but what else could he buy for his team? Seems nothing. FAMAS is all that 1 win will be getting out of the CT side. An op on Deco, which they're looking to do something in motion with. The P90 from Siege coming on through. He does not want to sit idly and wait, it seems. He will get traded on through. Actually, equal trades happening from the defense so far, but that's a little bit too many players to worry about. I like the P90 play. Up the tempo. Don't want to be slowing down at all, and has got himself the space they needed. An op coming in from short yet again. The FAMAS here to join him, but not anymore. Is on to Deco. 1-on-3 from this angle, from this positioning. We'll be take down Tricky at least, but now looking for a little bit extra. Smoke to get on towards the bomb. Pick that up with the defuse. I don't think he will be able to. Clark's holding that angle down 10-5. And well, not looking too bad from the side of Trident. Newer roster and 10 rounds on their T side so far going towards the second half, where the CTs most of the times are favored. They might have this round, this map in their back pocket before you really know it. It's an eco round, or it's the pistol round. Let's see what they're able to make of this. And are we going for the aggressive peek? Actually, if he swings that a little bit too far into wards on connector, might get caught off guard. Pulse right around the corner. Get your pistol out, son. Just evades danger, making me nervous. All right, well, one win. They're moving in towards the A bomb site as soon as possible. 4 players still sticking around banana, and 4 players of the defense try to join in as well. Pulse will find an extra, so at least it's giving them an opening towards that B bomb site, and that will get the full rotation in from basically both sides. And well, see what they can do. Norway close up on towards the bomb site. Will get one in return, but not much more than that. Glowing actually gets both. The previous 2 frags, and sees able to join to and the fun as well. And he has a kit as on top of that too. The last 2, but the last player now is down cost for side of 1 win. They're already defusing that bomb. Don't have the kit on it just yet. They're just holding down the angle, but they have so much time to work with. They're not going to be afraid of taking any fights. Good shots from Seized and Glowing. As they take the pistol round, they can get the follow up as well. Could potentially be a closed case on overpass. Deco going for a lot of aggression already. There's a lot of A control now being taken from Trident. They're going for these long fights, and Seized will get the first 2 quick frags, M4 in hand. And, well, take down Tricky at least. Travis here to try and equalize. Try it straight on through, but trades are not going in their favor just yet. Travis did so much there. Properly. He's the closest one here. Norway is like an age away. Clark will still get that frag, and 3 kills for him. Travis did everything he could with the AK there, but it wasn't enough. Full buy from the side of from the side of 1 win. Well, I can already see on the scoreboard itself that these players from 1 win have been slowing down. At least they haven't really been performing to the same standard they were on the beginning of Overpass. It's just a pistol round. Just eke around potentially just deagles. A quick time to just thank our sponsors, Gamdom. If you want to have a little bit of extra spice in your games, you can get on over towards that. And well, if you either want to bet on games or play some other ones not really directly Counter-Strike related, definitely can. So check them out. Use the link in the chat there. We'll pop up every now and then if you keep on watching. It's just an eco round, so I don't think this will be much just anything really. But like I said, that link in chat will definitely give you a little bit of extra. Get you a little bonus if you really want to. And once again, thank you for helping us run this. Well, Now it's just Travis remaining. Trying to get lucky through the walls there, but its chances are slim with that. As long as he just dies before time, I guess. Yeah, exactly. That's really the only upside there was in that situation. Getting a bomb plant would have been almost impossible. 13 from Trident. They only need 3 more. If they can take this 16-5, that is a pretty dominant scoreline. That might boost their morale. Going in towards the second map, which I believe will be Train. Pick up 1 win, and I hope they have a better performance than in this one. I like the aggression coming in from Trident, or at least the positioning they have taken. Tricky. If he gets swung by more than one person, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but they have connector control. Probably just overextends a little bit too far. He will line up in the scope of Tricky. So far, nothing happening just yet. 3 players, actually all players from 1 win. They haven't gotten a single player towards on Beast. They're fully committed to this A take. Tricky. Well, will we get that first frag at least? Still staying alive as well. They've pushed up so aggressively on connector, and they know, or they should know, where Still's going to be coming on in from, but Seas still gets caught off guard by Davcost. No bomb on the bomb site yet. Tricky still on Banana. A good tag onto Travis, at least. And then we'll get Clax in entry as well. Good flashbang, and he's looking for even more. Clax, you're not stopping anytime soon right now. 3 volts remaining, looking for the final frag. On the pulse with Tricky, we'll take it instead. The 3k will be all that Clax can get, and Tricky falls up with the double of his own. Another round where 1 win. They just get funneled. Funneled to exactly where the plays from Trident are going to be taking place. They are so ready for all these engagements. Flashbangs are perfect as well. AK is coming in. Now taking connector control. 1 win. I don't think they have really had the same amount of confidence that Trident had on their T side when it came to just taking as much map control as possible. Trident, they haven't really been too shy to back away from anything just yet. Tricking a very good angle. Might catch Travis if he's not careful, and he might have to use the oil utility you have already just to get out towards the closer angles. 1 flashbang, that's all that 1 win have to go on. Other than that, it's going to be information peaks. Properly does get dropped. The flashbang is now on the floor as well. Tricky, but might even be going for more at this point. Glowing needs to be careful. Smoke's about to fade. Good Molotov underneath their feet, but Deco will push all the way through instead, and well, it's up to the Deagle of Tricky. We'll get to. He's on his own. Davcost tapping away. And that's only Davcost in a 1-on-3. No bomb in possession. Needs to go all the way back to get it. That means that a bomb site will once again become unknown. He doesn't know how fast these rotations have been coming on through. 20 seconds left, and he needs to clear so many angles. Well, Trident, and it should know exactly where he is, and it's even have a man on the B bomb site in case of a quick rotation. That won't be happening. Instead, sees he will get his frag. And now map point. Once again, 1 win, not comfortable on money. There are more AKs on the... actually, I take that back. There were almost more AKs on that CT side than there were on the T side. Well, it's just all this is just spelling disaster for that one win because I don't feel like they have been as dominant as Trident when it comes to map control. You can see them already slowing down. The fact that they don't have utility makes all of these executes and all these entry peaks so much more difficult. You have to just rely on pure aim. Well, seized and Tricky do get tagged down quite a bit. Tricky actually gets the frag through the wall. Equal, or at least one trade. Glowing is just around the corner. I don't think they even expected at this point. Travis, he certainly won't. Now, in a 2-1-4. Dav cost. AK in hand, looking for that fight. Good frag, but he still gets dinked. Remaining players now from side of 1 win going towards that B-bomb site. If Norway can stop them here, that'll be the end of it. They're already exiting towards the bomb site. Tricky gets a lot of information on this banana hold. So they know the fact that it's going to be a immediate hold the second it gets there. Norway gets the first one already. Up properly. Will almost get caught off guard, but just trying to stay alive. We'll get that frag. Now it's all up to him against Tricky. And up this close on by. No information to go on. It's going to get really difficult. Yeah, there it is. Tricky. He'll find a way around and he'll get that first frag and the final frag as well. 16-5 on overpass. That's a dominant scoreline from Trident, looking very, very strong. And well, we're going to be right back for Train and 1 wins map pick. Let's see if they can turn things around. Stick around. You don't want to miss this one.